Welcome back, everybody. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee, and you're watching Open. And here we go. Our next guest is a comedian. Watch out. He's the owner of the Comedy in Harlem Comedy Club, and he's here to speak about how his career started and how to highlight why the club is so important for the Harlem community. So please welcome to the show, Jamie Roberts. Jamie, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Bob.
That's a laugh track. Jamie, you've been doing comedy for some time. Tell us about your career. Tell us how it all got started.
Well, I started comedy 20 years ago. This is my 20th anniversary doing comedy, and I got started because my brother dared me to do it. We were at a comedy club one day, and the guy was horrible on stage, and I said, I can do that, and he said, I dare you to do it. So 2 weeks later, we went home, wrote a routine. 2 weeks later, came back and performed.
At the same place?
No, at a different place, not the same place. At a different place at Stand Up New York. And
well, that's a good motivation. Somebody bombs out on stage and said, well, wait a minute, I can do better than that.
Right. A lot of people believe that, though. Right?
Yeah.
Until you actually do it. And then you see how hard it actually is, Yeah. So, but it was great. It was great. And when I hit the stage, it gave me like a rush,
Yeah.
And I've been using it ever since.
You were frightened for that first couple of seconds.
Yeah, I still am. I still am.
Yeah.
It depends on the audience. Depends on the place. You still get a little stage fright. But if you're not nervous anymore, then you don't love it anymore. It should still wreck your nerves just a little bit. Not enough that you're going to forget your routine, but just enough to keep you sharp.
Yeah, I think it helps with it. Helps put things together.
Yeah, of course.
Calling for you right now. And then coming to the comedy club. There we go. So how did you get started now? You did that, and then what happened after that?
I started working
at the next club. You wrote your work, you put it down put the pen to the paper, you went in there and said,
right.
You got your rush.
Right, got the rush, started working out with different comedians, started writing with different comedians, a comedian named Talent. He brought me underneath his wing. Yeah, and started working with him on his shows, after works and stuff like that. He was on the radio station back then. So he used to have an after work show that I used to frequent a lot. People like a Kenny Williams, Drew Frazier. These are like the New York comedy vets, and they all, helped me out from one way to the other to actually learn how to produce shows, how to host shows, just the game itself, Yeah.
Who did you look up? Talent was a good person to look up to. Who are some of the things that some of the other people that inspired you?
Well, of course, growing up watching television was Bill Cosby. The Richard Pryor albums that I wasn't supposed to be listening to.
What?
Back there. Right. I got an album too. You can't pronounce the album cover though on television. Right, but with that, Eddie Murphy, and then when the creation of Def Comedy Jam hit, and I saw Martin Lawrence, I said, man, this is incredible. This is something I want to be a part of. Yeah. And been hooked ever since.
Yeah. Any TV work that you've gotten involved in?
Well, I've done stuff on Power, but not as far as comedy is concerned. Like I'm still waiting on my late night debut for comedy, late night, stand-up comedy. But I've done stuff like me and my wife had our own reality show, The Love on FYI Network. TV comes and goes, but it's the love of the stage that keeps me going.
Now, what's a ladies' night comedy show?
Oh, you want to bring out the ladies' night? All right. Well, that's a monthly show that my wife hosts down at Comedy in Harlem. It features the top women comedian here in New York. She hosts it. It's always a sellout crowd. It's always an electric crowd. It's usually sponsored by wine or something like that women can come out and enjoy themselves.
I like that.
Yeah, it's highly anticipated. I mean, like highly anticipated.
Only?
Excuse me?
Women only?
No, well, women performing only, yes. But the crowd, the first crowd was women only, and then the fellas found out there was a bunch of women going to the comedy club.
Where the women follow.
Right, exactly. So it's starting to even out a little bit, but for the majority of the most part, it is most women.
Women, you got food, you got drinks.
Food, drinks. It's just a great night out. It's just a great night out. Mature night out, mature crowd. and it's what Harlem needs. You know, we're the only Black-owned comedy club in New York City, and I believe now is the time for it.
Hey, save a table for our crew. We'll come down and check it out.
Will do. Let me know what day you want to come. We got you. The next show is April 30th. It's a Saturday. I know you're a busy man, brother, man. I know. Look at going through the Rolodex now.
I'm like, yeah. Ooh, the Rolodex.
Yeah, you're going through the Rolodex. You remember that?
I had an old one there for a long time, but it's I have the old records here, but on that side are the records, but on this side, the computers. So all of that music is in the computers.
Right.
So we go out and DJ and carry on. Maybe we can bring the set down there and DJ in between everything.
Right. It's nothing like the sound of vinyl, man. There's nothing like the pure sound of vinyl. There's nothing like that.
So you're doing all that, and how important is it for you to give back or give Black women, give Black women opportunities to show off their talents at your comedy club?
It's very important. It's very important. The fact that, we're the only Black comedy club in New York, it allows our people, Black people, to come and work out on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So when you're in the mainstream rooms, there's usually what they call a Black night, quote unquote Black night. So we're only there that specific night. So to get in front of a real audience for our people, we're doing that 5 nights a week, every night except for Wednesday and Sunday. But now we're adding shows on Sunday as well. So hopefully 6 nights a week consistently. But it gives them the opportunity to get up there and talk. Because, Black women, they got stuff on their mind. They're funny as well.
Yeah.
They need the opportunity to shine just like anybody else.
Is there one woman that stands out in your mind that makes you laugh?
Yeah, my wife. What are you trying to do? You trying to get me in trouble? That was a trick question. Who put that in there? She said that to you before that, right? She said that to you. I'm trying to rest easy at night, Bob. What's wrong with you, man? I'm trying to get some good night rest. You trying to set me up before the summer hit. Come on, man.
You knew what to say.
Exactly. Right on cue.
You know what? Let's go to the video and check out some of your work.
Not that old, kind of like Shadow Nightclub old. That's what it looks like. It's a little Shadow Nightclub-ish up in here. Yes, I did. You know about the Shadow Nightclub, right? You gotta be 85 years old to get in the Shadow Nightclub, right? If you're 88, they're like, go home, young boy, you too young. What you doing in here? Everybody in the Shadow Nightclub dressed like Steve Harvey, right? They're going 3-piece suit and tails. You got tails on that suit? And a cover bun? Are you serious? Every Saturday's Easter Sunday up here. Are you serious?
So talk about some of what we just saw.
Well, the video right there, that was shot in Brooklyn, New York. That's where I was born. And it was for Brick TV, which was, a great platform for me to actually perform on. And the video itself talked about, actually before I got married, about me dating older women, the dating scene.
Wait, dating all the women?
Older women.
Older women.
Yeah, not all the women. Come on now. Now you're really trying to get me caught up, Bob. Older women.
Before you got married.
Right. I wasn't a player like that. But I was, dating the dating scene and having to go on dates with older women, their expectations of a younger man.
Yeah.
And just where you find dates at. Like I have the joke talks about the Shadow Nightclub, how we used to go down to Shadow Nightclub.
That's where I should do the live broadcast.
Right, exactly. So that, those kinds of things. And it's just real life situations, you know. That's the best part of comedy because, people can relate to you when you talk about real life things.
That's good, man. I love laughing. I love to just watch people perform and present their talents on stage and sit out there, eat some chicken wings and with a nice little glass of wine or a beer. What?
There you go.
Eat that, man. So what's the address to the club?
It's 508 East 117th Street in Harlem. It's right below Pleasant Avenue over there by the Costco and the Target, right across the street from Applebee's. 508.
Yes.
508 East 117th Street. And for all the information, you can go to comedyinharlem.com.
Yeah, there you go. I like that. So anything coming up next that we should pay attention to or watch out for?
For Comedy in Harlem? Yeah. Well, actually, we're in production right now to bring a late night television show.
Whoa.
So we're going to be
And we're the first
featuring.
to know, right?
Right. Featuring the up and coming comedians based in New York City at the only Black-owned comedy club. So it's live from Comedy in Harlem.
And you're going to be hosting it? Or
Of course, hosted by Jamie Roberts.
There you go. Jamie Roberts. Hey, tell Talent and everybody I said hello and give them a big virtual hug for them.
Will do, brother, man. Thank you for the opportunity. I love you.
Oh, you're always welcome. And come on, we're going to show some more of your work later on. But come on again. Next time you come, bring your wife, and we can do like a tag team, back and forth. Boom, bam, bam.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Because I know you guys are funny, and we're going to come down and check you guys out and support it. Support everything that you're doing. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it.
Now, before we go, do you have a website that we can go into to see some more of your work?
My personal website is jamieroberts.com. And for the club, it's comedyinharlem.com.
There you go. Jamie Roberts, actor, comedian, Comedy in Harlem. He has the club. We're going down to eat up all his stuff and drink up all the stuff and laugh out loud. That's what we're going to do. Jamie, thank you.
Thank you, brother, man. Peace.
That was a joke. How do you laugh at the people who can't tell a joke?
Right.
We'll take a break right here. Bobby C, he's going to come up. No joke, though. This boy got it going on. Bobby C with the latest in the world of sports next.